Is this what you thought tonight was going to be about, Anthony, or you weren't sure?
Largely.
Yeah?
Yep. Happy, got a lot of clarity on what I'm hoping to achieve, and I think a lot of energy. So, pleased.
Yeah. And in terms of, what was your greatest takeout in terms of your learning tonight?
Some priorities on the way forward. Yeah.
Yep.
Getting some unity on those priorities.
And you're an accountant, mate?
Correct.
The structure? Budgets?
Love it.
Forecasting?
Love the financial part of it.
Fellow bean counters, we've got to stick together, haven't we?
Give us some discipline. Financial discipline.
Exactly. We've got Rob. Rob, what do you reckon? Did you enjoy tonight?
Yeah, so it was good for me in terms of perspective, because I came here selfishly just trying to understand a bit more about how the junior club needs to improve, but this has been good for awareness of the broader challenges that we face and how the junior organisation fits into that and can be a part of that.
Perfect. I'm going to come back to the press. You can have the last say. Trace?
Yeah, I guess.
How did you I forgot how we said earlier how you found out about us. So we delivered here 3 years ago. So it was you and Pete, was it?
Pete and I were at a meeting where you spoke to a league meeting.
It's a long time ago. That'll be 3 years ago?
Yeah, it would be 3 years ago. Yeah.
And how did something, you've been talking about it, but finally
Look, from a personal point of view, the timing's got to be right, and it's got to be the right environment for something like this to be successful.
Yeah. Was this what you thought it was going to be, Trace?
Yeah, pretty much. And I think with new people coming into the board, the level of enthusiasm and engagement is pretty good.
I think our focus is to bring new optimism, new energy, and give a roadmap to take everyone forward. Pete, help yourself.
Yeah, that was good. I like the idea of getting the structure right so we can have one job, one focus rather than being many hats.
Yep. Karen?
Yeah, good. I found it really interesting. Our focus of where we need to go. It's obviously given us a lot of work to do, but I think it's given us a bit more focus to go forward, a bit more of a roadmap leading forward.
Out of your health check, that identified those 5 operational focuses on the left-hand side. Yeah?
Yep.
We're going to have a budget, aren't we?
Yeah, yep. Faye's our girl for that.
We're going to have a budget. We're going to have Ainsley, what about you? Thanks for coming.
I really agree with what you're saying with getting the players more involved, and both the juniors and the seniors. I think that it just involves so many more people and spreads the load a lot. And I also really think that we need to follow up with the sponsorship and the membership drive. So there is a lot of people that come through the gates that we're not
nearly, because the season is 8 weeks away, say 9 weeks away. I'd be looking at your structure from a membership and sponsorship pretty quickly, and beef that up where you can. Yeah, yes, mate.
I think it's really getting us to think about the organisation more on a business level, in terms of how we go about generating some revenue, finding extra revenue streams, being a lot more organised about what we're actually selling, and being clear on that end. And then also thinking about how we can run the club on an operational level as well, which I think is probably where the biggest gap that I've seen between this and a business is that you've got your executive level or your committee, but there's no CEO, there's no general management, there's no operational, so we're 100% reliant on volunteers. I think now it's about finding ways to activate those volunteers, whether it's a volunteer manager or something along that line, or getting someone in on that new start type role. I think there's a lot of ideas that we can work with. It's probably looking at putting them into action. Yep.
Bugger. That was my laptop. I've got another one that I broke 2 days ago. It's got a massive crack. Chris, sorry, buddy.
That's all
right. Is that all right, mate?
It was. I didn't sort of try and have too much of an expectation about what it was going to be. I just wanted to come to it with an open mind, and I found some good focus areas that we can all sort of focus on. Rather than, I think everyone just there's so many jobs that need to be done, we all just just throw them all up in the air and see where they land, sort of thing. I think this will be some good structure and focus around that, and like Ainsley said about the players, getting them to own a few things as well, and getting them to understand what it takes to be a successful club. It doesn't just take a group of players or a group of volunteers, it just takes the whole club. And the more that we can all understand what everyone does, then we're going to be a better club.
Spot on. Leo?
Yeah, well, I think it's good because it makes us focus on actual things that we need to action, right? And then we've actually chosen some things to action in the short term, and we've got plans to actually have a proper plan for those other things that we've got to action. So I think it's made, as Karen said, it's created a whole bunch of work for us, but we can start with the focused items and then move on. So I think it's a good thing.
Can I emphasise you guys are doing a hell of a lot right? You are. You're ahead of, remember I said 70% of my clubs in terms of your health and your well-being, financial well-being. So and you've come a long way in the last period of time, there's no doubt about that. So tonight's about just going from maybe being a good club to being a great club, and that's raising the bar, isn't it? Jodie?
I think it's been really good because we've done little snippets, particularly in junior section. We've done little snippets of everything that you've said. We haven't particularly done it well because we haven't dedicated the resource. So having all of us focusing on that is a really good thing. So we've got the little bones there.
Okay.
We just need to build on those bones.
Do you think that revenue model made a bit of sense, and how to go that 13-piece puzzle? Leo, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I think the revenue model is a really good idea, and I really like the track your margin thing, because that's one of the things I push down at work is right. Unless you're tracking your margin, you're not making any money, right? So there's a lot of businesses and a lot of things that grow broke, right? Get bigger, do things better. If you're not tracking the margin, you're spending more money than you're bringing in, bang, you all of a sudden.
So you're a medium to pushing to a large size business, and it's got to be exactly what you were saying over here in terms of treating it like a business, yeah. And we'll give you the tools, and that's where everyone has to play their part. Yep. Trace?
I think it's just actually provided more clarity, and as you said, I think we are doing a lot of things good, but it's probably making us now focus to do things better. And I guess, and provided a roadmap for us.
So remember, particularly I'll put a little bit of extra pressure on you with the finances tonight.
Yes.
Watch those 10 education videos about your budgets and your template, your forecasting, and and you don't need to reinvent the wheel. It's there for you. So use the education we've developed to recruit, because often people get intimidated. They're thrown in the deep end and, oh God, where do I go next? That sort of thing. So
and we have spoken about budgeting, but we haven't had the resources to do it.
Mate,
so we're excited.
$500,000 business, you need a budget. Yes, Grant.
It's like how simple you make it, which sort of, from what I can get out of it, you sort of lessen the load for everyone, but that's such a big benefit for the footy club sort of thing. And I suppose my biggest worry from the footy club point of view is you get so few doing so much.
Yeah.
You've given us like a transition period that you're not irreplaceable sort of thing. So when your time comes, you said like in 5 years there'll be 2 or 3 of us here, but we'll still be involved in the footy club in some capacity.
You might be one of those black boxes. You may not be in the red or green.
No, there's a pathway that we can follow.
100%.
Because you don't want to walk away and then the club slips and you think, oh, well, you have to go back sort of thing. So I think that's good. I think the player ownership, a few people have already mentioned, which is good, because I've played footy myself and you thought you were eating a bit, but we probably tread water around them a little bit. So, and probably the best thing I've got out of it was we can pay cash to the friends of the den guys. So I think we'll double our numbers and that'll be good for our income.
Cut. We'll cut over here.
That was the best question I asked.
All right, we'll finish off with the president.
Right. So looking around the table, like we've got people here from a lot of the fields within our club, from our juniors, from our netball, from our seniors, and just supporters too. And they see that there's light at the end of the tunnel, I guess,
Yep.
which is always helpful. One of the things that I liked about it was the increase in membership, but also the engagement that you give the members, the experience that you give them. You know, whether it's how our team plays footy, you know,
Give them a cap, give them a scarf, give them a membership ticket with the fixture on the back.
And get the kids running around there and kicking goals rather than playing dour defensive crap.
Yeah.
You know, so the other was the revenue options and models that you brought up. So that'll help us at least plan what works for us, what doesn't work for us.
Yep.
Like some of the old-fashioned stuff actually works for us because we are a community club already.
Yep.
People like coming to our bar. People are very jealous of our bar, for instance. You know, so we run it quite well too, I think, you know, generally.
But fruitful session? Have you had a session like this previously?
No.
So yeah.
Great, loved it. Thank you very much, Terry. I appreciate your effort coming up here and the work that you've shown us through. Hopefully in 6 months' time,
we're going to do another health check.
we'll do another health check.
And you'll have you'll have a budget, won't we?
Hopefully I train better for this than I do for my other sports.
So just to finish off, as part of the subscription, you've on that last slide, which I'll copy.